Let's see what Roland and Herman are up to. Either Vile on turn 1. It's a good one. Basic island for Herman. Emo NYC with a prediction. This is going to be cutter nonsense, isn't it? Herman has been testing the cutter. Turn 1 ponder.
Definitely not. It's like
but whenever I, the metagame in some flux right now, no doubt about it. Local players trying some new things, trying to figure it all out. Metagame hasn't settled, etc. But when I think of Herman, I think of the first local player playing the deck that everybody's talking about a couple of weeks later. The dog says, I think Taxes is so good right now. You know what? I think so too. I haven't been playing Taxes myself. But both this white-red build with a Johnny, Bombardiers, Magus of the Moon, stuff like that, and the black-white build with Bowmaster, Emperor of Bones, Overlord of the Belmark, etc. Death and Taxes seems like a great choice for Legacy these days.
Yep.
And the Vile ticks up to 2. Roland has an elegant parlor now.
I don't care. The purists might care.
Yeah.
What would be a reason, chat, YouTube comments, for playing the white-red or white-black Death and Taxes builds over the other? Or mono-white, whatever you think. What is the reasoning to choose one of the different color pairs?
Get Yorion to hand.
Yep.
Hey, Yorion has been added to Roland's hand. Vile is on 2, end step. Cycling, island cycling. Lorien revealed. Aquinas absolutely right. Bowmasters and Overlord of the Belmark are really powerful. I went to grab a slice of pizza after Monday Night Legacy with Roland and our other friend Yosef, and we were talking about how the Overlord of the Belmark is so powerful. That card is probably super underplayed. Like whatever percent of the meta, like not even making a joke right now, like whatever percent of the meta for MTGO, for your local game, it should probably be higher, the amount of people playing Overlord of the Belmark in their deck. That card is really good. All right, no end step, pump fake with the Vile. Vile ticks up to 3. Flooded Strand on Herman's side. Herman holding some removal. Looks like a back to basics to ferry the Time Raveler in hand. Roland just very slowly ticking up this Vile. All right, it's getting activated. Magus of the Moon. Ouch.
And get the things out.
Well, the opportunity to fetch Magus of the Moon is Herman cut off a red. Cut off a white now. Here's a Wasteland. It could hit Flooded Strand. Oh, no, wait. It can't hit Flooded Strand. What the hell am I talking about? Never mind. Don't listen to me. It's a mountain. Well, what am I thinking? All right, another Vile after playing a broadside Bombardiers, attacking with it.
Play it. 14, if that were the case.
We started today's stream after some big news for Commander. There were some unbans. Kiviuk saying not to be blasphemous here, talking about Belmark and Commander. You know what? I'm strongly against the kind of mocking, making fun, or talking bad about Commander. I think Commander, although I don't play it myself, excellent for Magic. And I was joking earlier. I sifted through my collection, found a few copies of Gifts Ungiven. I feel like I found gold now. Go out there and play Commander, everybody. Enjoy yourselves. Stock up happening. Every once in a while, I'll see on social media somebody like, get the Commander cards out of my format. That's a mute. Goodbye. Back to Basics is discarded.
Yep.
Yeah, not cracking the Flooded Strand in response to the Vial. Arguably a mistake here for Herman. That's the kind of mistake you make once, kind of learn the hard way kind of thing. Firing off a Force of Will, pitching Ponder on the second Broadside Bombardiers, understanding that 2 of those goblins could be a really fast clock. Activating the Vial on 3 now. It stayed on 3. Another Bombardiers. Oh, my goodness. This could be an attack for lethal here. Broadside, Magus of the Moon, all attacking. 2 boasts can happen now. Roland dropped Herman to 10.
I'm going to use one and fling this one at you for 5.
Yep.
Oh no, I think we messed it up.
Fling this one at you for 5.
Okay, that was done totally wrong, but we got there. If you sacrifice one of the Bombardiers, then you can't activate the ability of the sacrificed one. So you had to sacrifice the Magus of the Moon first, and then the other Bombardiers. Does that make sense, everybody? Here's a Ponder.
11. Engineer is gone. 13.
Urion revealed, of course.
Lose 2, I go to 9. Come back for 5. Get the
Akalith making a great point. Do I think the people in the chat know what Boast does? They have no idea. They have no idea.
Good.
Is that from Unfinity?
I gain 3 from here. Each
Prince one.
Yep.
Actually, it changed the turn.
The same people that were posting on social media that we should ban all universes beyond are upset that Spider-Man's not going to be on Arena. They're upset. Stoneforge Mystic. It's getting Force Pitching Ponder. Respecting the Stoneforge in 2025. Creature's still good.
Yep.
Does Stoneforge see any play in Modern? Does anybody know? I guess it does, right?
I'll respond to this.
Whenever I watch Modern, I'd be like thinking that Stoneforge is just not good enough for this format. Sirius Poe, thank you for the resub, Brian. 14 months, Broadside Bombardiers. Best Goblin card in Legacy. Card scares me when I go against it. Unban the Sticker Goblin, Sirius. Then we could have this discussion.
Cool with this one? Yeah.
Cooter of the Guard, that's a good one. All right, Twitch chat saying sometimes we see Stoneforge in Hammer Time. That makes sense.
Would have been 5 if I didn't have force.
Spotted a Jace the Mind Sculptor and a Corey Steel Cutter in Herman's hand. Roland searching through the deck right now for something to find with the Recruiter. Mother Runes is up and running. What can be good against decks like Roland's are the Supreme Verdicts and the Terminuses. The Board Wipes, Wrath of the Sky is another one. Could be quite devastating. No sign of either of those in Herman's hand so far. Roland taking a little long here.
Yeah, I'll get a flick of wisp.
Okay.
Flicker Wisp is selected. Flicker Wisp still good.
Where is the flicker wisp? Give me a flicker wisp. There you go.
Okay, there is the Flicker Wisp.
Yeah, I'm done with that. Go ahead.
Wingster says if you want to beat Death and Taxes, play Oops All Spells. Yeah, I mean, Death and Taxes deck does have some weaknesses, I guess.
2 counters on this.
Can't imagine that being a very good matchup for Death and Taxes. I don't know if I've seen it played myself. Yeah, Old Elves was good versus Death and Taxes. Natural Order, Green Sun, Zenith. All right, Jace the Mind Sculptor has hit the stack, and Glimpse of Nature.
Sure. I will 0.
Jace the Mind Sculptor, Brainstorm. Good old Jace the Mind Sculptor. Where does it rank now, Jace the Mind Sculptor? Like, is it at the 5th best Planeswalker in Legacy? 7th? 12th? Serious with a question, was Jace ever on the watch list? Have you seen this Jace the Mind Sculptor card before? This card is crazy.
Jace.
Alright, Jace gets attacked. It's down to 2. Flicker Wisp. Flicker the Recruiter. Makes a lot of sense.
To my end.
Yeah, Kaido, Bane of Nightmares might be the most played Planeswalker at the moment. Karn the Great Creator is up there. Teferi Time Raveler is up there. Another Flicker Wisp is found.
0.
Yeah, Tameo. Tameo, all right. We'll count Tameo. Tameo is up there. Minsk and Boo gets a shout out. Robert says Wren and Six was unjustly banned.
Wrath of the Sky is X equals 3.
Wrath of the Skies, X equals 3. It's kind of ruining everything for Roland at the moment.
And then I'll spend all 3.
Everything gets blown up. Robert says Oko was unjustly banned.
What do you have? 3.
Which, if you had to pick one of those two to bring back to Legacy, would you pick Oko or Wren and Six? If you had to pick one of those two. This is hypothetical.
Yeah.
Okay, Twitch has saying Wren and Six. Very interesting. Would Wren and Six be reasonable now in your mind, chat? Either Vile, Mother Runes, Deathrite Shaman, chat. Starting. There is the Corey Steelcutter, new card from Tarkir Dragonstorm, looking pretty good in Legacy so far.
Prismatic ending, the
I forgot the dinosaurs fly, which makes no sense.
A prismatic ending took out the Aether Vial, bouncing Mother Runes with Jace, attacking with the Monk. Jace at 1 loyalty. Herman with a Monk.
You remember the time when you used all spells actual deck?
On Roland's side, the middle land is a Witch Blessed Meadow. Reverse side of Witch Enchanter, which has been a great card in Legacy. My build of the initiative that I've been playing for the last 2 weeks has Witch Enchanter. That card's been great. That's a Lion Sash.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Jace Brainstorm happening here.
Swords Mom, Trigger Prowess.
Yeah.
Okay, Swords of Plowshares on the Mother Runes. It is gone.
Oh, Prismatic ending, that triggered.
Prismatic ending on the Lion Sash. Lots of removal. Making another Monk.
And so there's a 3/3, there's a 2, there's an attack for 5.
All right, Roland will take 5, drop to 11. So far, been able to clean up the board a few times. Looks like Herman's holding another Source of Plowshares and a stock up in hand, I think. Now has 2 Monks, the Corey Steel Cutter, and Jace the Mind Sculptor. That's Caracas on Roland's side.
Okay, it's not for me. Yeah.
Flicker Wisp isn't too bad here. Get rid of a Monk. All right, passes a turn after removing a Monk with Flicker Wisp. Jace could be under threat now. Could be. I mean, we know Herman has another removal spell, but as far as Roland knows. Stock up happening here. Looking for stuff. Stocking up.
Need the known Archon, right? Yep. Go ahead. Make it nice. Yeah.
Swords, trigger.
In the minds of the people of the chats, in the minds of the people of the YouTube comments, what's the best deck in Legacy right now? Or decks, plural. If there was a Legacy World Championship tomorrow and you were going to play, what would you play?
Go ahead.
Yep.
Speaking of Legacy World Championship, July 13th in New York City, the first ever 90s MTG Legacy Open. Will I see you there? More info in our Discord server, which you should already have joined by now. Some people in the chat think Show and Tell is the best deck right now. Solitude getting cast.
Trigger.
Whatever you're talking about, just gonna consign it.
All right, so the Solitude enters ability is countered. Herman takes game 2. Do I? Okay. Do I have a New York accent in your mind, people of the chat, people of the YouTube comments? If you heard me, if I told you nothing about myself, you heard me speaking, would you be able to tell I'm from New York? Tell the truth. Okay, Rich and Pizza says yes.
Yeah, this is functional. All right, this one and this one.
2 cards on the bottom for Herman. Plateau for Roland. Game 3, everybody. This is it. This is the big one. Ponder for Herman. Mock says, I know, but I'm from New Jersey, so I don't know. Okay, people from New Jersey don't count. They can't tell. It's too close. Salty says, I don't think so. Kiviuk says, I would not, but you sound American to me. Okay.
Yeah, but like if you play a first turn and
Talia, Guardian of Thraben. Karak is tapped at the moment, but can potentially rescue it later. Plains pass.
I'm saying like if you took out 2 once one time, put 2 chalice back in, that's like reasonable.
Wasteland for Roland. Nothing to hit with it yet. Leaving Caracas open. A Johnny Nakat Bride.
Both games I was struggling with green man.
Yeah, there's a couple of colors in there. Just kind of
Making a cat.
I didn't want to play it because you would have knew what I had in my hand. So I was holding it to the cavern early. I did. I was like, this seemed like stupid to be like elemental. What's in your head now?
At all times, I kind of have to assume you have solitude in your head.
I don't know. It wasn't benefit to play it at any point. Like,
So 2 legends on Roland's side. A Johnny and Thalia. Here's a brainstorm for Herman. It costs 1 extra, which I'm sure Herman is thrilled about.
the first hand.
Kiviuk saying I sound American from a Canucks perspective. Yeah, the first time I saw Kiviuk's name in the chat, we had a discussion about how would you even explain it? North American indigenous languages and whatever. Kiviuk name stood out to me right away. Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
You know what?
Sometimes I'm saying things on the stream and I'm like, nobody even knows what the hell I'm talking about. Why am I talking?
Sticker goblin back.
Sticker goblin. Sticker goblin. What the fuck did that guy do?
Anyway. Yeah, this game, Herman was ready for Wasteland and Magus of the Moon, it seems. Herman holding a prismatic ending, a Wrath of the Skies, a Swords to Plowshares, looks like a Hydroblast. This game isn't over yet. Herman's going to be able to go after these creatures eventually. Just needs a little bit of time. The Dahlia is pretty annoying at the moment.
Now it was just some articles.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, the game's getting
Ugh, Broadside Bombardiers is a nasty one.
I'll go into the text.
Roland's had some pretty good plays in this game. Powerful creatures are attacking. That's 8 damage coming in.
Even declare attack.
a lot of accessories too. A lot of accessories.
How do you even make a correct play?
All right, the loss of the cat token flips a Johnny. Johnny becomes very sad or angry or whatever. And then becomes a planeswalker. The Spark.
That token is like
So I cannot follow the CD circuit, so there's one player.
What about the lore? Wizards doesn't care about the lore anymore. What happened to planeswalkers and the Spark and the whole thing?
I guess I can do this like
Whatever's worth it.
laying your hand out, dictating the one.
Yeah.
All right, Norman's going to fetch here, going to 5. Finds a Tundra. It's possible that Herman... What does Herman need here? Dahlia is being a real pain in the butt. All right, going to draw.
You have double. You have 2 people doing nothing.
All right, found a land. Could potentially remove Talia, then remove... Okay, swords... All right. Well, going after Broadside Bombardier first. Okay.
Oh yeah. There's like an unwhispered guy, right? Oh, fair enough.
There really is. True.
Okay, Hydroblast defeats a Johnny, the Planeswalker. Herman's at 5 with a cat and a Thalia on Roland's side. Oh, the Caracas was open to protect Thalia. Yeah, I forgot about that. So Thalia was not an eligible target really in that moment, except if you wanted to just shut off the tax temporarily. Attacking with the cat, attacking with the Thalia, drops Herman to 1. I don't think we're going to see Lightning Bolt here. Another land for Herman could result in stabilizing, but Wasteland probably going to trim a white here, I would guess. If you're rolling, you go after Tundra, right? I don't think we care about Volcanic.
Siege events always happen like a normal order. Yeah,
All right, tapping down the Caracas this time. Rolling, checking the sideboard, I guess.
Yeah, no Oracle.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I guess the one basically. It's kind of, it's kind of
It's like basically a week to land price.
Shouldn't be any target.
You usually do like savannas and shitty
It's creature, it's creature.
Not sure what the players were talking about.
I look at it. He's like, no, but you were having fun. Like, no, sometimes I'm not.
You make top 8 here, you just like get your money back.
Yeah. Like, not. We drove an hour.
Stoneforge Mystic finds Chainsaw. Oh, maybe.
I've looked. I thought about that one. I was like, maybe. Doesn't even hit Planeswalker, which is also really annoying.
Go, or it's like I go take overtime, or I go like spend all day. I'll take over.
Okay, looks like the choice was actually pre-war formal wear for later.
It's enrichment, it's hanging out.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh yeah.
But here's fun.
Yeah.
Like suspense or whatever. I don't know. You know the vibes you get.
You like the hobby for a reason.
Yeah. I didn't try and
It's like crushing you.
All right, plays a second backup Caracas. Not too bad.
You even said it with a Z.
Yeah, crushing dudes. Not so much in like a Z.
Yeah. Well,
Sometimes.
actually,
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes.
No waste.
What do you want to hit? Says Herman.
Yeah.
Goes after Tundra. I like that choice. Herman likely needed that double white pretty bad. Passing the turn. At 1 life, can't fetch. That is the match. Roland gets the match. GG's, Wrath of the Sky stuck in hand. Well played. Good match, good match.